I don't even know how to start this video, but I can say that in 4 weeks I'll be back in New York City, and that is big for me. And I say back because I used to live there. I have been living on Austin, Texas for about 4 years so far, and just a couple months ago I received a message from a good friend that I have from New York, and he opens up a big opportunity for me to be back in the city. And I talked to my wife, and we decided that we want to get back to New York. So it's been, I will say, it's not been stressful. It's been more like like that energy that builds up before something big happen in your life, that kind of like emotion and like a little bit of fear. And so I feel like I wanted to get to the point where I 100% secure that that's the right move. But the reality is that never that I do it on my life, I want to be 100%. With 80%, I know that I'm good to go, and I'm 85%. So I'm pretty sure that it's going to be fine. I think like New York City have this like a big stigma that is super expensive and it's super difficult to figure out life in New York, and it's stressful and all these things that a lot of people said, especially on this platform. Like a lot of people is like, oh, I went to New York and I couldn't believe like how expensive is a cup of coffee. And yeah, don't get me wrong, like I see the prices. I used to live there. I know that the difference is, you can see it. But at the same time, I will say it's not impossible. Like I used to be there, it was fine. Like I don't think like New York had something like to be afraid of. I think like if you're a person who have ambition and you have goals and you are willing to put the work, you most likely will find your community and the support system you need in order to achieve these goals. So it's been really fun time here in Austin, but I think like for me at this point, today is August 7, 2026. I'm feeling ready to move. I'm feeling ready to get to the next chapter. And that's why I named this channel / blog like Make It in New York again. Because I want to document what is to make it in New York. And when I say make it in New York, I'm not expecting to become a billionaire or anything like that. I'm expecting a real normal life, having an apartment, having a job, being able to pay your bills, moving around, like get to know people, like building a life in New York is what I'm trying to document here. And because I have, like a lot of people say all the time, like New York is so difficult, like I wouldn't be able to live there. And the reality is like I feel like New York is like one of the cities where you can get to be yourself. You can literally be into like, I don't know, like incense, for example, and you're gonna find your own community that love incense. And like it's just kind of crazy that that city can give you anything you asking for. Can be the good stuff or can be the bad stuff. Like it's your decision how you take that, right? So I'm just here to tell you that if you ever think about going to a bigger city, not necessarily New York, but going to a bigger city, or you have that in your head, it's probably because at the environment where you are right now, it's not enough challenge. I truly believe that the only way to progress on life is to making yourself uncomfortable. I'm not saying that I'm in the best place of my life right now. I know that things can be better, but somehow I'm comfortable. I have a job, I have a car, I have the things that I like. I live in a nice town. And somehow life here in Austin, you can be agree or disagree with me, feels slightly easy. And so that's one of the reasons why I want to move back to New York. It's funny though, because one of the reasons why I moved out of New York was because I was stressed about being in the city all the time. And now, funny enough, that's what I'm seeking. I'm seeking that pace, I'm seeking that kind of like energy that New York City can offer you just by being there. And if you been there before, you probably know what I'm talking about. I'm not saying by any means that Austin cannot offer you that. I'm saying that it just feel different. You might have your own opinion, but I think like Austin is a great place for people who is trying to kind of like settle down. I don't know if that's the right term, but like trying to kind of like slow down their life and be in a city that is growing exponentially, and it kind of feels like a city. The only thing that I would say I hate about Austin is not a walkable city. And that for me, maybe because that was the first impression that I have when I went from Venezuela to New York. I love that about New York, that you can walk around everywhere, you can take the subway. Here though, you gotta drive. If you walk, you kind of look like a crazy person, you know, like you better be a runner. That's gonna, you know, get you a better reputation on the street if you're running at 100 degrees as opposed to like walking at 100 degrees. People will judge you if you're walking at 100 degrees, but people will be proud of you if you're running at 100 degrees. And that is an Austin thing. Believe it or not, that's real. Anyway, I kind of like went in a whole different direction, but what I want to point it out here is like, if you think that you need to add some adrenaline to your life, even better. If you ever thought about moving to a city that is a little bit bigger, then it feels like a little bit more intimidated, well, maybe that's your sign. That's your sign right there that you're probably too comfortable and you need a little discomfort to grow. So that's all I have to say in this video. Honestly, this is just the beginning of a documentary series, and I'm gonna put on this channel. I have a conversation yesterday with my wife about the things that we're gonna bring with us, or the things that we're gonna just like kind of like give it away or sell, whatever. But yeah, that's where we at. We're not fully ready, but we will be ready. And most important is that we both are on the same boat in terms of like, we know that we can figure it out, and we will. So I think that that's the message that I want to put out there. If you ever feel like you need to go to a bigger city, that's your sign, then you have to do it. And if you want to, you know, like comment along, subscribe to this channel, because all I'm trying to document here is like how to make it in a new city, like how to kind of like figure it out New York. Of course, through my eyes. Everybody have different opinions, but hopefully if you're thinking about it and you see this and you follow along, you won't feel like it's too difficult like everybody says. So I hope that helped. I know this video is kind of like low production, but I just want to make it this way for you, and I'll see you on the next one. We're gonna be doing all the packing stuff and all the stressful shit. So stay tuned for the next one.